Hey guys, this is Snack Attack 8 and welcome back to more Donkey Kong 64, The Rhyme Zone. This, although we don't even have the 3-pad active. This is part 16, and as much as I'd like to put off the inevitable, as much as I'd like to do, you know, maybe go back to Angry Aztec or find some other thing to scrounge up here in the hub world, I think today we're gonna have to bite the bullet. Or we have to go to the next world, which I don't know why I'm playing up as the worst thing imaginable, because it's not. I still, you know, I still like the whole game as a whole, but we're definitely about to enter my least favorite level in the game. And what I'm going to try to do is make a case for why I feel that way, as I don't think that's the commonly held opinion for a lot of people who've played this, or at least, you know, have kind of just played this casually. Before we do, though, I guess I am going to do a little bit of dicking around. There's some stuff up here at the top of DK's head. There we go. That we can use Diddy's rocket barrel for. I think this is one of the things that we activated when we played one of those music switches down by like DK's eyes, those rocks outside of the Aztec lobby. I think one of those activated that rocket barrel there. But now that we've shot ourselves up into the sky, into that little cool flying island, we can actually do this stuff. Peril Path Panic. Yeah, I think we can do it. I think we're good enough. Let's do some, just knock these claptraps out. Can you imagine how much it would hurt to get hit by a watermelon shot out of a cannon? Ouch. Man, you guys came back at the exact same time. What was I supposed to do? One of the fairies that I'm supposed to be like the vanguard for just got straight up eaten. Oh man, another one did. I'm not doing so good. Like I've already stressed, I think the DK Isles versions of some of these mini games are just the least forgiving ones. Because when we did this in Frantic Factory, not a single fairy even got eaten. We're still gonna win. We're still gonna pass this, but I don't know. I don't like to lose good men. That was nothing I could have done about that one. That one's gonna get eaten too. Oh well. Yeah, I guess a nice little bonus game at the top of DK's cowlick. I guess he must have dandruff or something, because he's got a very snowy mountaintop of his head. I guess, is that where Gorilla Glacier is? I think it actually is. And oh man, I don't know why I thought that would stay when I played the bonus game. What I wanted to do was, you can fly down, hover here, and shoot this, and then get that banana, and then you can fly right back to the little island over here. But I didn't, because I just am dumb. And I guess if the snow is DK's dandruff, this waterfall is like his gaping back of the head wound or something, his gushing blood. Either that, or like it's meant to be a symbolic representation of like how woke DK is. And those are like that's his like stream, his waterfall of conscious, like flowing forth. Oof, alright. Into the cannon we once more go, and into the lobby for the 5th world, which I guess we're not going to say the name of yet because it didn't tell us. I guess one thing that's cool, I like this lobby, one thing that's cool is that you get to use DK's awesome Gorilla Grab power, but all the wrinkly heads are right here, so you could just cycle them around until you found the one you wanted. There's 1 or 2 things we can do in here. I believe that, well, there's something we can't do in here yet. Well, we will have to come back to this lobby. But I guess we can do this now while we're at it. Actually, oh wait, I know we can do that. I think if we do this, it won't reset. I think shooting this mushroom thing is eventually going to lead to us earning a banana. I'm nervous that, well, we're gonna have to do this twice, because there's something that this mushroom spawns, and I'm just not sure if that'll stay there. But let's try it. Why not? Mushrooms are definitely going to be a big theme of this next upcoming level. Let's go to Chunky. Well, we have to go to Chunky, but that kind of works out well because Tiny also has a little switch to shoot up there. That should work. Onto the Tine. I genuinely, like, regularly just have no idea what to, like, what Kong to start with in this level coming up. Sometimes I'll go in as Chunky, but I don't actually think that's the best way. Anyway, there's a Chunky pad that reveals. We don't have Chunky's pad power yet, so of course he can't use that. Should fill my ammo back up too, because we're gonna need it. We used a lot on that mushroom thing. In here, there's a fairy, one of the 4 banana fairies of DK Isles. And I think, is that the first one we've gotten so far? Or will it be? God, this one is so annoying. Look how fast it is. Oh, oh, one-shotted. Man, good job, Snumpo. Is that gonna put us at 30 crystal coconuts? 29. Let's see, was that the first one? No. Oh no, it's just almost the last one. We only have 1 more left. There's 2 battle crowns too. Let's see. I guess we can go in as Tiny. Might as well. Whatever. We're gonna switch probably immediately. I guess we have 90 more bananas than B-Locker wants, but 50 is the requirement. In we go to an interesting level, but definitely, well, we're gonna see this first. See what's up, what those furry freaks are up to. Not a Kong in sight. Where are they? Oh, that's, you know who that is. It's your boy he, and he is running around. Who was that? The Kremlings can't even get him. Go, Lanky, go! Ugh. Just clowning around, huh? That's not even something he can do. Come up here and get me, dummies! They're like, why even? Why do we need to bother? It's Lanky Kong. You get up there after him. He has no style or grace. And you'll learn, won't you? I guess he got up there. Or so he would think. Here, I'm surrounded by fools. That's how I feel every waking moment of my life. Being part of the Puddle Plains community, ugh. Ooh. You're telling me. I guess there's some bananas there. We can get those. This is Fungi Forest. This actually used to be one of my favorite levels in the game. I used to really love it. And I still do really like the aesthetic. I love green. It's my favorite color. I generally am a big fan of forest levels. I think they just kind of lend themselves well to cool set pieces and things like that. So, I mean, on the aesthetic, on a perspective of the aesthetic of this level, I still do like it a lot. But that was really what I liked most about it as a kid. And as I've grown, I've started to groan more at this level every single time I come across it. Because there's just a myriad of annoying design qualities. I think this is, where's the entrance? No, that's not right. Yeah, I think it is. I think this is the path we want to go down first. If that's the case, let's switch to Donkey Kong. Is this the one with the tag barrel? Yeah, that's the case. We'll switch to Donkey Kong and we'll take him down there. Man, alright. So Fungi Forest, well, you know what? Because this is a Let's Play, let's go over some stuff here. Fungi Forest is a interesting level in that, one, it's hands down, again, just ups the level of scale of this game. It's like, this could be the biggest level, I feel like. I think, you know, it's not the last one, but as far as just area to cover and amount of things that are around, this really could be the biggest one. I'm not sure. The main central mechanic here, I'm going to show it off, is that if you press that little night button, this rockin', like, punk core bird comes out. And the level switches from day to night. It's Fungi Forest, big mechanic. It's that it has a day and night system. And there are some cool things about that. Of course, there's going to be areas you can only enter in the daytime, areas you can only enter in the nighttime, so it does create some dynamic, interesting puzzles and events in this level. And a really cool touch is that when it turns nighttime, the entire level theme shifts into like a minor key, which I don't know, that's in other parts of this game, but I think it's one of the best examples of DK64's interesting music and the way it varies is that you can see that in one of the best ways right there with the Fungi Forest Day and Night themes. But overall, I find it frustrating because it requires you to run back and forth from one place to another frequently, or more frequently than I would like, and it can make, I don't know, it's just kind of frustrating. I feel like I've found no really fast way to go through this level. We're gonna talk about how we are gonna approach it after we see Cranky here, though. What's this? You've got 17 banana medals. I don't believe it. You must have made them yourself. Suppose you want my surprise now? Well, I've got this little game for you to play on my computer. Look at that computer over there, too. Score over 5,000 points for a chance to win the rareware coin. I know a score like that is way out of your league. Sonny? Give it a go anyway. Could do with a good laugh. All right. So this is something Cranky has foreshadowed since the beginning of the game. If we collect 15 banana medals, we can play his computer game, which is Jetpack. Whoops. And much like the DK arcade, this is something that's going to be necessary for us to do if we want to finish the game. So all you really have to do in this Jetpack game is get 5,000 points, which you can do on this first screen here. Jetpack, I guess, is one of Rareware's earliest games. It was like, I think it's an arcade game that they did. Whoops. Well, maybe we won't do this easily. And the objective is to grab the fuel, build your rocket, I guess, first, then grab the fuel and rocket it up. And then when you've filled your whole rocket with fuel, you'll like fly off to a different zone, which I guess we can do. Because you only need 5,000 points, and it's not like Donkey Kong where you have to, you know, actually progress in the game to win. You can just sit there and farm those little items and stuff, which never go away, and that's a really good way to make it to 5,000. But because this is a Let's Play, I guess we'll show off that, you know, this is one of the what some of the other screens look like. Just hope I don't die here. Oh no, man, we didn't do it. All right, well, you get the point of Jetpack. You get the gist. Let's see what Cranky says. Knew you'd be hopeless at a real game. Try again. Yeah, I will. This time we're just gonna cheese out the first area. This is kind of an interesting concept for a little game. Like, I feel like in the time when this came out, which I believe was the early 80s, this is probably a pretty interesting idea. If I was a kid back in those days, I would have played Jetpack, I think, and liked it. Then you'd see me like have a different YouTube channel where it's like pro Jetpack scores or something, because that was what inspired me instead of, you know, this game that I'm playing right now. This actual game being DK64. Geez, I guess we're probably not going to get that far into Fungi Forest because I am finding some distractions to keep us from really getting into the level. Play Jetpack. But we do have to do this. We have to do this to beat the game. So, why not get it out of the way when you can? Now we gotta be careful. So I should probably just stay up here. I don't know if another little treasure spawns if you haven't gotten the one that spawned previously. The most treacherous ones are the ones that spawn down and fall down in that little area, down to the left or to the right. I guess they can't really fall to the right, but like they can fall through here. I'm floating right now. There's the rareware coin, so now we can just die. I don't care about my high score in Jetpack. Rareware coin collected. There we go. What? You got my rareware coin? That's impossible. You must have cheated. All you can do now is play for fun, I suppose. No. Here's what's annoying about this is that every time we come to Cranky now, he's gonna ask us to play Jetpack. So we gotta mash B, and then we gotta remember to press A to actually accept the potion. We do have a potion here. It's Super Simian Slam, Big Buttus Bashium. But you can probably guess what it does. Are you listening to me, Donkey? You and the rest of you, the mangy Kongs, can now slam the blue switches. Well, I think we've only seen one of those, and I don't even think I pointed it out. There was a blue switch for Chunky in the Gloomy Galleon lobby. But this is the first we can do of that. So Super Simian Slam not only lets us hit blue switches, but it changes our little slam animation thing. DK now like throws his fists out, and it makes our little blast radius thing blue, which sure is blue. Sure is something, I suppose. Yeah. All right, so I think we can. I think there's actually something we want to hit as DK over here. Is there? No, Lanky. Lanky. Ugh. I guess we can do that now. I think I want to come in here as Donkey Kong, but let's grab these bananas as Lanky, and we'll shoot that switch. We don't need the coins, so why? And I'll talk about how I like to approach this level. Basically, how you should be able to clear Fungi Forest is do everything in the daytime and then do everything at nighttime, and only have to switch between day and night once. But Fungi Forest is also one of the levels where they decided they were going to throw in backtracking, and you can't complete this until you've gotten an ability that you don't get until the next world in the game. So, because of that, I like to split Fungi Forest up. The way I like to do the level, and the way we're going to do it in this playthrough, is we're going to do everything possible for us to do during the daytime. We're going to hopefully get enough bananas, which I know is possible. We're going to get enough bananas to fight and beat the boss, and then we're going to come back later on, do the last thing that you have to do during the day, which is the thing we can't do yet. We need to go to World 6 before we can. We're going to do that. Then we're going to change it to night. We're going to do all the night stuff, and we're going to finish up the banana medals and all that extra stuff that we didn't get to do before. So you'll see. If you've played the game, you probably are getting an idea of how I want to do it. If you haven't, you probably are lost, but basically, we will not be changing Fungi Forest to nighttime until we've already beaten the boss and moved on, until we've done a different level. This is a very cool little area. Again, this is, you know, aesthetically, this is one of my favorite areas in the game. We have these cool little, this little leaf blowing overlay thing here. It's cool little leaf effects. I really like this main area with this big tree. The tree's got some cool swirly patterns on it. It just looks all very mystical. Very nice. There was a chunky barrel over there. Or no, that must have been a Diddy barrel. There's no chunky thing in this area that we're not going to use yet. That's a night-only thing. There's an event that takes place. I guess we don't need to. I guess technically we wouldn't need to come over here yet either, but we will. There's an event over by this carrot thing that is what we're gonna need the second Lanky power to do, or the Lanky. I'm getting ahead of myself. Lanky has something to do over here. He can't do it without the power from the next world, so that's what's really causing our whole rift here. But Tiny does have some stuff. She's got this little mound over here with a saxophone pad, and in the back there's a mini monkey barrel. We're gonna do this. I think this still works with our funky flow of how we want to get this level done. It doesn't. We're not really going out of our way. There may be a faster way to just put all these different pieces together, but I'm in no mood to think of one. So this will call Squawks over. This is a lot like the Angry Aztec banana like this. But instead of having to race a beetle, I'm just going to drop us by this hole. And let's get these bananas. And into the hole. Whoa, whoa, that was weird. Did you guys see that? Yeah, instead of having to race a beetle, we just have to kill some of these purple claptraps, which is super easy. There's one over here. Is that going to make it? Yeah. Did I mention that the oranges have like a kind of a little homing mechanic? They do. You could kind of see it there. It's actually very helpful because otherwise being accurate with those throws would be tough. There's a golden banana off over there, but there's also this weird bean thing that I guess we're gonna get now, and maybe that'll come into play sometime later. Alright. Now let's get out of here. We'll go back to the giant mushroom thing. So other than the day and night mechanic, which is just generally not something I'm a big fan of, I have a hard time thinking of a day and night mechanic in video games that I like. Because usually, like if it's based on real time, like if you want to play the game at night, there's always stuff, there's always stuff you can't do. Like if it's like Pokemon or something, like there's Pokemon you can't catch at night, or if it's like Animal Crossing, like things close. Like if you want to play a game that has a day and night cycle in real time at nighttime, there's always going to be limits to it. And you know, there's different things in the day too. And then in games where you just kind of switch back and forth, I feel like while it's probably cool in concept, it just adds tedium to the gameplay. Having a hard time thinking of one that I do like. I don't know. What's a day and night mechanic you like? That's the question of the day. Leave it in the question of the day box, also known as the comments box. But other than that, I feel like Fungi Forest is really the level that is the most segmented of all of them. And we can do another banana. We're almost out of time, but I think we're good. I feel like this is the most segmented level in the game, and it suffers because of that. Let's do this now, I suppose. Hit that. I guess we could hit that DK switch. I'm having a hard time remembering what that does. Not sure if we can even do that yet. Chunky, I think we're also gonna have to go up here. Yeah, I think this is the most segmented. There's a lot, like even here you can see it. There's a lot of switching back and forth between Kongs to do single tasks, which I think is the biggest fault of all of Rare's 3D platformers. I'd like if this was just like, hit a switch with one Kong, and then maybe go somewhere else. Or like, you know, like, we shouldn't have to hit this thing all these times to just make one thing happen. It's just annoying. There's a video on this game that I really like. It's called Bad Game Design, DK64, I think. Of course, you know, I don't agree with the video to the extent of the guy who made it, who I believe was called, like, I'm gonna butcher this name. It's like Snowflake Gaming or something, or like Snowman Games. I don't know, if you type in the name of that I just said, like bad DK64 Bad Game Design or something, you'll probably find it. I think it's a fairly popular video. Obviously I don't really agree 100% with that video because I like this game. But I think it's very interesting and I like it a lot. And it talks a lot about how this game is harmed by the way that it's so segmented, where, you know, there's some bananas you can only collect with certain Kongs, and it's all split up. It just makes you have to run back and forth all the time, and that's a flawed way to design the game because it does just break up the pace of how you want to play. And I, you know, as much as I love the game, I do to an extent agree with that. And I think Fungi Forest is really the level where that hits with me most. Like I've talked about how like I really like levels like Frantic Factory in this, where, you know, there's a flow to it, and like if you're playing as one Kong, you can do a bunch of stuff as that Kong and make progress and not have to keep switching back and forth for like just dumb things. I think this is, yeah, I think this is the level where that's the most apparent, which is really what makes it my least favorite. But you know, I'm an expert, I'm a classic man, and I know how to do things, and we're just gonna pass through it, no problems at all. And I'll probably try to stop complaining about it because honestly, you know, I still like it. I don't want to make this project annoying by complaining too much. Oh my god, are you serious? This game sucks! This level sucks! Fuck this game! Well, I had wanted to go through there as Chunky, but I think we actually want to kind of climb this tower with him anyway. He's got a bunch of bananas on the way up, so I think this is probably a good place to end the episode. And in the next one, we sure will make that Chunky climb. Till then, guys, I've been Snack Attack 8. Thank you all so much for watching. See you in the next video. Later! Look at that face pound. Chunky Super Simian Summon. Ouch. Bye, guys.